Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Businesses are something that makes you and gives you a good economy. Businesses are something that gives you a freedom of having a job without a boss. Businesses are something that gives and build economy, they build society and they build nation at large. And it is for this reason that about 70% of the professionals working in various departments in various companies want to start their own businesses. And about 35 to 40% of the students want that they should get into entrepreneurship and they should start businesses. And that's great. Why not? It builds nation, it builds economy, and it builds your future. But unfortunate thing is that about 70% of the businesses fail. And the failure rates goes like this, that 20% of the businesses fails in the first year, 30% in the second year, and about 50% in 10th year. That's too bad. I have lived the same life. I've lived a life where I started a business of natural dyes in 1996. It has been 30 years. It's a long journey, sir. I have lived several things. I've seen several things, and I've learned several things. Here I would like to detail what it takes to build a business, how many and what all kind of businesses problems that you face, and what kind of commitment you require. Way back in 1995, when I got into this seeding idea of doing this particular business, how it started. In the textile world, there were certain things that the chemicals which are harmful for the textile, harmful for the health, were started getting focused and people started banning them. Germany was the first to ban about 20% of the azomines, and they said that anything and everything which is dyed with azomine will not be allowed to be imported in Germany after 31st of March 1995 and will not be allowed to be sold in Germany after September 30th of 1995. And anything which is away from these 20 amines are considered as safe. But then there was a study which said that if you really want an environment-friendly product, is it a fact that something which is not having these 20 amines are free and is safe and will remain the safe? The answer was that there are more than 800 chemicals which comes in contact with the textile from the stage of cultivation of cotton till it reaches to you as a final garment. And out of those 800, hardly 100 was worked on, 20 was banned. So there was a huge study which was remaining, and people were saying that something that we are considering safe today may not be safe tomorrow. What do we do now? So the solution was the safest is going to be natural dyes, because it comes from nature and is going to save the nature for always and forever. But the problem with natural dyes are this, and there was a huge list of it. And when I learned this, that clicked me an idea that this is the business. And when I further went into the details, I realized that natural dyes are natural heritage of the country, our country, India. All the old textiles that we see in the museum, it may be Pitambar of Sri Krishna, it may be different lords' clothings, different Mughals, museum carpets and the dresses that we see are all dyed with natural dye. Actually, before 1856, there was no other dye but the natural dyes. So this was the heritage of India. And being an NCC cadet in my student life, having C certificate to my credit as well, I love my country. And something that was a heritage of the country was also a responsibility to be inspired and to be taken to a level where it deserved to be. And that's the challenge we took. And we started getting into it, how to do it, and what to do it, and what not to do it. In 1995 itself, there was an exhibition called Colorama which was happening in Mumbai, I learned. And I visited there at the time the factory was taken. We had taken the possession of the land. The factory was started. We just had a few shed card which was made in the lab, and I went to the exhibition. It was an international exhibition. From maybe about 60-70 countries people were there. And I'm happy to inform that in this just 2 days of exhibition, I could generate inquiries from 7 countries about natural dyes. And one of the country was Switzerland. And the name of the buyer was Moser, I still remember. He said, hey, it's not acid dye? I said, no. It's not reactive dye? I said, no. It's no other direct dye? I said, no. It's natural dye? I said, yes. I want everything. don't say it to anybody else. And I was flying. Wow, my project is there, my factory is in place, I have the manufacturing capacity. Before I start, I have a buyer. That's fantastic. And he said, just send me the sample and come to meet me in Switzerland and we will sign the deal. I said, great. And I went back to my lab. Hey guys, we have a job. Let's do it now. And we made the samples quickly and sent it across to Mr. Moser. And Mr. Moser tested and he said, you have nothing as a dye, it's all bullshit. I said, what the hell is that? He said, sir, we are not getting color. There is no depth in the color. What are you doing? I said, hey, what is that? And then we talked to our technical person. He said, sir, I just know that much of it. I can't do better. What do I do? We have the dyes in requirement. We have the factory in place. We have invested. And what do we do now? Then it was a time when the next gear was required to be pulled in. I just took my R&D coat, went to the lab, and started working onto it with my small team. We have seen 6 months, 8 months, no invoicing. The strength of employment from 22 was reduced to 6. And that too with the request, can we pay you salary next month? Yes, sir, just give me half, I'll manage. Okay, that was the situation. But we managed it somehow, thank God. And then we created a dye. But this time we picked carpet as the first industry to sell to. And the carpet industry started buying our colors. And carpet is a handicraft product. It takes months to build. So for 6 months, it takes 6 to 7 months to make a carpet. So for 6-7 months, the sale was continuously going. And the carpet started building. And our hopes and our future was looking bright. And one certain day when the carpet comes out, they had to wash it. And the washing happens with caustic, bleaching and sulfuric acid. They said, come here, Mr. Shah. All the colors are washing off. We can't make this. I said, what happened, sir? They said, we used up our standard process of washing and your colors are not sustainable. I straight away went to Badoy where the production was happening. And I saw that they were using caustic, they were using bleaching, they were using sulfuric acid. I told them, sir, you're using an eco-friendly dye. Why are you using such harmful chemical? That's not the problem, sir. We have buyers and requirement and he needs sheen, he needs softness. We can't achieve that without these chemicals. First fix it, then we talk. I said, okay, sir. So now I had 2 challenges. One, to fix his problem where the production has happened. And once to fix the problem that it doesn't happen again. So we again had to go back and start researching onto the same project. And thankfully, thanks to our team, we gave them a solution. So now we stand as a place where we knew how to wash the carpet, we knew how to make a dyes which fits into the processes. And things were starting moving fine. And then one day, one of our customers, he told me, hey, you can dye wool, why can't you dye hair? I said, yes, yeah, he's right. Wool and hair are the same. And I said, okay, we will do the hair dye as well. We started making hair dye, but hair dye failed as well. Because the wool which was dyed at a 90-degree temperature, 70-degree temperature, but here you can't give 70-degree temperature. That's where I was wrong. But again, the passion was there, there is a hope, there is a choice, and there is a chance. So we started making that. And you will be happy to learn that in 2004, we give the world's first PPD-free or chemical-free hair color, and which was in multiple colors, not just henna, but in many other colors. And not only that, we started giving it to the route where nobody is doing. Doctors were never prescribing a hair color before our product was invented. So we became the first product in hair color segment to be prescribed by the doctors. Journey doesn't stop here. We have, one thing I had learned by that time, every problem is an opportunity. Every gap is an opportunity and we must strive to achieve it. The next thing happened. We got inquiry from the denim industry. It was a big denim industry of India is still in existence. They said, hey, we are very much interested in natural indigo. But our problem is that the dyeing exposure time is just 40 seconds. Can you manage it? Just to share with you, before we got into the industry, the dyeing time required by the natural dyes was 3 to 4 days. And it was our company which reduced these 3 to 4 days dyeing time to 3 to 4 hours and that's why the carpet industry accepted. But now the challenge was bigger. It was required as 40-second exposure, from 3 to 4 days to 40-second exposure. And they wanted a color, and it was for denim, which all of us wear. Everybody must be having 2-3 denims in his wardrobe. I just thought, it's a too big a challenge, yaar. We are doing fine, we are okay. Why do we need to go to the denim industry? But then I studied. I found that making of 1 kg of bio indigo and making of 1 kg of synthetic indigo, if we compare them on the carbon footprint creation, making of 1 kg of synthetic indigo produces 10.6 kgs of carbon footprint, whereas making of 1 kg of bio indigo not only reduces carbon point to 10.6 kgs, but also reduces overall 640 grams, like 10.6 minus 640. So in a way, that is a climate negative industry and we are a climate positive industry. This was one. Second, making of 1 kg of bio indigo gives a farmer 2-day wages. 2-day wages to one poor farmer, and we would have been consuming and making in tons. That's excited me. Hey, it's building society. It's building environment. Let's do it. And then at that time, we plucked to one approach that yes, that there was no natural dye before 1856, but at the same time, we also have developed scientifically from that day to this day. We should not forget that scientific development, but we should replace it with the harmful things, with the natural things which are safer. And we did it. So in the process, our company became the first company to run natural indigo on rope dyeing of denim. We did not stop here. We made it with other dyes as well to be used on rope dyeing, for which we have a patent. In the process, the dyes and dyeing processes were developed. So now we had dye, which is environment friendly. We developed it on denim. Everything was fine. But it was not a process of selection. It was a process of elimination by the industry because it was all governed by the chemical. Then they came up with next question. Sir, everything is fine, but how do we know that the product which is dyed with the dye of blue color is natural or it is synthetic? You need to prove it. Oh, that was a bigger challenge. What do we do now? So we took this challenge to IIT Kanpur. We funded the project. We created the whole portfolio and protocol of identification of dye stuff on a dyed textile. And once this protocol was developed, we submitted it to the industry. They say, yeah, that is fine, but it's not sufficient. It has to be either ISI standard or ISO standard. Oh, that was even bigger. We took it to the BIS, Bureau of Indian Standard. We got the standards made for natural dye identification. And you will be happy to learn that the BIS, that forum that makes all these standards for dyes and chemicals, there are 30 people and I am one of them. And after this, they made me as a representative of ISO in ISO meetings of Textile Committee. So since 2016, I am representing ISO committees, ISO meetings from India as a representative of BIS. And under my leadership, as a group leader to the world of standards which are made for natural dye identification, 3 ISO standards are being published, 4th is about to be published, and I am there as a world leader in the natural dye segment. In the process, today we have reached to a place where out of 20 denim producers, top 20 denim producers of the world, 12 are our customers. And anywhere in the world, in any country of the world, if you see any denim brand having a natural indigo dyed denim, there are 70% chances that it is dyed with our product. In the process, the cultivation of indigo, which was 70 to 80 acres at that time when we started, has reached to 15,000 acres. And today, if we see 1 acre is giving wages to 3% in an entire year, so it's about 45,000 people getting employment in farmer area with just this innovation. So in the bottom line, businesses are something which builds the nation. Businesses build the future. Businesses build the whole life that you draw. But many people feel that I can't do it maybe because it's not in my luck. In this journey, I learned that there are 3 luck. There is not just 1 luck. And this happened when, during one of my failures or one of my challenges, I decided that I can't do it myself. I need a superpower to help me. And that ignited and initiated my spiritual journey. I started meditations and doing all those things. In that learning, I learned that luck is of three kinds. One luck is what you are born. You are born with the luck from the womb of your mother, and you are going to get it, whatever may happen. And the second luck is that you make for yourself. For example, if the decisive luck was that you're going to be a manager somewhere, but you work hard, you get more degrees, you do more working, so the luck and the God increases from manager to general manager, and the general manager to director and to president and so on. These are two lucks. And the third luck is built by good wishes and gets spoiled by the bad wishes. So try to do something which gives you good wishes. In order to do that, we started a charitable extension of ours, where we attained free of cost about 10,000 patients every year. And it serves only to the people whose annual income is less than 70,000 rupees a year, and we give them everything. It may be a cancer patient, it may be whatever. We do educational support as well, especially to the people of farmers and the people who are associated to us. So I close with a note that business is great. It builds you, it builds your career, it builds the nation at large. But you have to be committed. You can do it. Luck is not something that stops you, because it's of three kinds and two kinds are in your own hands. So go ahead, do the business and be successful. All the best.